Hey everybody, welcome back to Gideon Stuff. Today, I'm finally doing it. Finally getting around to reviewing the QSP Penguin. So, is it dark in here? As you might notice, I'm doing something a little bit different today. Maybe that helps, except for the glare over here. Oh well, whatever. So yeah, QSP Penguin had this knife for quite a while. Yeah. Let's go ahead and jump right into this review and start off with our size comparisons. As always, bring out the rats. There's the 1 and the 2. So what we can see here is, not a very big knife at all. In fact, if we bring out our little ruler here, we can see that this guy has a blade that's coming in at, I'm going to call that dead on 3 inches. Yeah, we're going to call that exactly 3 inches, which really, really nice to see for some people because of legal reasons. And a handle we're going to call exactly 4 inches. So yeah, 7-inch knife. Not big. Let's go ahead and continue on with the size comparisons. Here he is against our Civivis. There's the Elementum. Similar in size to the Elementum. And the Praxis. Not as big as a Praxis, but not very many things are. Bring out our flagship comparisons. Shut up, Civivi. There's the Bug Out and the PM2. So yeah, again, this is going to get redundant. I think this falls in a really good size range for a lot of people. Okay, let's go ahead and get out our, we gotta do. We gotta do the Gerber Paraframes. I know I've had you guys here for 2 minutes, 15 seconds doing size comparisons. That's okay. Make sure I compare it to a little bit of everything so at least someone will know what size it is. Next, let's compare it against another QSP. This is the Hawk, which I have previously reviewed. Really, really cool knife. And let's compare it against a knife that is kind of in its size range. This is the stand-up Rhea. CJRB Rhea. This is actually the Knife Center exclusive with Burgundy Micarta. I think these two knives are pretty comparable, both in size and in overall knifiness. Very nice micarta handles, budgety category, thumb stud openers. Yeah. And then last comparison, let's just compare this guy against something pretty similar to its price or pretty similar to its size category. This is the Cold Steel 4MAX Scout. So yeah, there you go. All right. So, what are we looking at here? This is the QSP Penguin, made by QSP, of course. That was pretty obvious. You're looking at a D2 blade, denim micarta handles, these are very, very nice. A stainless steel pocket clip that is reversible for tip-up carry. Running on combination phosphor bronze and nylon washers, thumb set opener, Wharncliffe blade. Let's go ahead and go cut some stuff. What do you guys think? I think that's a winner. All right, let's slice up this little box with our Penguin. So as I already said, we have a Wharncliffe blade here. Pretty much a true Wharncliffe, completely flat along the edge. D2 steel, ground fairly decently. So as with most Wharncliffes, Slicing's not really going to be your forte. However, utility cuts, draw cuts, those are excellent. Actually, I'll be right back. I'm currently house sitting for my parents, and had to go get a cutting board. So, yeah, utility cuts. It's actually, we're a little bit off the cuff today, guys. So yeah, it works really well for its intended purpose, I would say. Really nice Wharncliffe. What's up about that action? Yeah, it's good. Tilt back up. Yeah, it's a good action. That is nice. How does it carry? So we have a tip-up clip. It is reversible. And in the pocket, yeah, it slides in and out. Perfectly fine. No problems. It does not have recessed screws, but the clip does have a pretty neat little trick. We'll talk about that later. It has a pretty high... the clip is pretty high. You can get material under there quite easily, so yeah, that's nice. Let's go back to the table. All right, QSP Penguin. Let's start off with what I'm liking. First off, yeah, let's just get the action out of the way. It's great. It's fantastic. Especially at this price, which we'll get to later. This is about the best phosphor bronze, the best washer action that you could ask for. So, yeah, no problems with that whatsoever. Pull this guy out of your pocket, deploy it, make your cut, get him back in your pocket. You're all good. Very, very nice. Really appreciate that. Next up, access to the liner is really nice. You can see here they have this cut away, and the liner clearly shows through there, which means you can push against it and get your knife closed very easily. Always appreciate that. It's good to see here. Next, jimping along the top of the blade. This is actually nice jimping. It really is. And, it honestly falls in a good spot. A lot of times with jimping, I say I wish it came out further, or I wish they did it up here a little bit. Like, I know Ace, Giant Mouse, they do that a lot. They'll put the jimping like up here so you can put your thumb that way. But actually the jimping right here, very good. This is nice. And yeah, it's very functional jimping. It's not too sharp. It's not just round. It's good. It's really good. So yeah, I like that. A good deal. Next thing, the blade. Yeah, this is a great blade. True Wharncliffe D2. Don't have a problem with D2. Yeah, it's a very utilitarian type blade, and I'm going to use that to kind of transition into the next thing I like, which is that this knife is pretty non-threatening. I don't see very many people being scared by this. So I think that's a good thing, especially if you're going to be carrying this in kind of an urban EDC environment, an office place, which, back to the blade again, being exactly 3 inches, is going to be really, really nice for a lot of people. So, yeah, it's a pretty non-threatening design. Next thing I like, this micarta. This denim micarta is really nice, actually. When I first got it, it was more of a gray color. You can tell it's starting to wear into a good blue, especially here on the top where I grip it most and get all my sweaty hand oils in, getting kind of bluish here. Still has some breaking in to do, but yeah, it's nice. I like it a lot. A lot. Next thing, the clip. I like this clip. So what we can see here is it does have button screws. They're not flat. If they were flat, this clip would be phenomenal. As it is, this clip is excellent. So you have a continuous swoop down here, plenty of spring tension, and you've got quite a bit of room under there. So material of any kind of pants pocket, should have said that differently. Pants material of any kind, pocket material of, you guys know what I'm trying to say, it fits. And the clip is reversible, and the way they've managed to make it reversible is really interesting to me. Look at that. See that hole there? Yeah, you pull the clip out and stick it in that hole. Take these screws out, of course. And that's how it screws in. That's really neat to me. I like that. And obviously it gives this knife a little bit more ambidextrousness for people who might be left-handed. It also has dual thumb studs. Another thing I want to point out, centering, perfect when it came to me. Great shape. Fit and finish is very good. Yeah. Next thing I like, the ergos. The ergos are actually good. I like the ergos. I don't see this knife being put through any kind of task that would require like a bare grip, just going at it. For EDC tasks, this is really nice. It's pretty neutral. You've got a little bit of shaping right here, I guess, but it's pretty neutral. You can climb up there if you really want to. It's nice and flat. So yeah, the ergos on this guy are fine with me, just fine. Okay, so let's talk about what I don't like so much. I guess one thing we'll get out of the way first. It's not really something I don't like. It's just a general, T6 hardware back here. I mean, this isn't the only knife that does that, so we're not going to rough them up too much on that. But companies, T8s. Use T8s. Thank you. Next thing we're going to talk about, which is slightly more of a problem to me, is, how can I show this off? Let's see if you guys can see this. Or hear that. I'm not sure if you can, but my thumb stud, this one here, actually has a little bit of, oh, look. It's spinning. Can you see that? Get stuck there. Spin it around the other way, get stuck there. Yeah, and there's no real way to adjust the thumb stud, like on the, let's bring out this big boy, you can adjust that thumb stud. So that's not amazing. Actually, these thumb studs are very similar to the ones on the Rat. Huh. But yeah, that's not something that is amazing. It wasn't like that when I got it. That was something that developed over time. So yeah, that's something that developed with use. Oh, geez, I forgot to talk about the price. Oh my gosh, I'm an idiot. The price on these guys, not my Formax over. The price on these guys is between like 25 and 30 bucks, which is awesome. It's awesome. That's a great price for the materials you're getting, the build quality, good. And also, geez, why take notes if you're not going to follow them, you dum-dum? There's a bunch of different versions of this guy out there. You have the denim micarta, you have a blue micarta, which I'm guessing is more similar to on this guy. You've got red, green, you have some G10 versions, you've got copper and brass, you have carbon fiber. There's versions with S35VN blade steel and different handle materials. There's just a lot of versions. And the S35VN versions come in at like 60 bucks, so they're great value as well. Back to the things I don't like. The pocket lanyard hole. The pocket hole, I almost called that the pocket hole. This is the lanyard hole, the lanyard rectangle. I don't know, just, I mean, I don't use lanyards, so it doesn't really bother me that much, like, as far as ergonomics go, but I don't know, just visually, I don't know. Not a fan. Not a fan. So yeah. Next thing, you can feel the clip a little bit when you're gripping this knife, but again, if you're just holding it, I don't want to say lightly, but no, not gingerly. If you're just holding it regularly, you're not like bearing down on it, it's not too bad. So that's good. Yeah, that thumb stud is the biggest issue to me. Can you hear that? Yeah, I don't like that at all. But yeah, honestly, that's the biggest issue for me. So let's go into my final conclusions. And my final conclusions are what you've already heard a million times about this knife. It's good. It's really good. The price is amazing. Fit and finish is really good. It's a workhorse. Yeah. I mean, it carries really well. Folds up into a nice compact size. It's non-threatening. It's a good size for a lot of people. Yeah. I like it. I like it a lot. So, I mean, what more is there to say? If you want a knife that you can just, you don't have a lot of money in, you can kind of throw it around a little bit, maybe a dirty use knife is a term that I use quite a bit, this would be a good choice. You can replace it if something catastrophic happens to it, but until that happens, it'll work good for you. I could honestly see this as being a good knife for, keeping a toolbox or keeping the glove compartment of your vehicle. Great fifth pocket carry, secondary carry, great shop knife, and just a great EDC knife in general. It's a good knife, and I really enjoy it. And I think that you will too if you pick one up. And that's going to be it for me. If you like this video, go ahead and leave it a like. Tell me in the comments below what you think about this knife. Do you have one? Do you want one? Do you hate it? Do you love it? And don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Gideon out.